Welcome to Source U.
Cut it! Cut it!
Nope.
Oh, we're going?
Yep, we're going. We've been going.
We're back, and today we're actually doing a recap video. So about a couple days ago, was it last week?
It was last week.
Yeah,
It was last week. So last week we did a whole issue at convention / BlurCon based on a chat that popped up like the day before the day we posted that video. Basically, a lot.
I was going to say, keep in mind that was actually a live stream.
That was actually a live stream, and unfortunately, due to some slight technical issues, there was some people heard what we were saying, but there were also some echo issues, and we decided to record a little differently to prevent that. As you know, you don't hear echoes as you hear now.
Yeah. And again, this is all due to the process of us being in a different space from our original space. You guys who've been watching for a while, you know that we got moved. I won't go into whole spell, but I will do this. Hilton, thank you for reaching out to us and letting us know that you did enjoy what we were saying, but just couldn't post it because of the technical difficulties. That's what actually prompted us to remake.
Yeah, so this one's a little shorter. Unfortunately, we're not having step by step, but I can basically give you a gist what happened. So initially, somebody posted up saying how much they enjoyed it, BlurCon, this and this, and they was like, we don't want to take away. No?
No. She originally posted and said that she had never even been to BlurCon. She's never been to BlurCon, but she doesn't understand how it can be called BlurCon if it allows and accepts other races to go to it, and if it's not exclusively black, that.
I think he was actually referring to the person who initiated the post by saying they were going and dressing as the
shy guy, because that's the one I started off.
Oh, that wasn't the original post.
That wasn't the original one?
No, that was the first comment.
See, that's what I went based off of it, and that
was the first comment on the post.
Well, I'm saying corrected.
The original post stated that that she had never been, but she doesn't understand how they can call it BlurCon when it's not an exclusively black convention, and then it went from there.
Yeah, and then everyone took it the wrong way. Some people were like, "Well, then it should be this," and then another half of the people were like, "Well, this and this." Then they need to realize it belongs to us, and it turned to it went from being about like from what my original purpose of what BlurCon is. Besides, yes, the term black nerd is in there, but the main shape and symbolism of it
is inclusiveness.
Yes. It's not a convention just for black people or just for white people or just for Latinos. Mm-hmm. It's a way of the different races coming together. Does that mean you change the name? No.
And think about it this way. If you make some kind of like, German thing or some kind of like Jamaican thing, you say, oh, only Jamaicans can come. No, all other races are welcome. It's just, celebrating their...
culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's stupid. It's just a dumb comment.
And the main initial premise from what I gather from BlurCon, based on me talking to people and other people, and based on what I got from it is...
And us talking to Hoss and Hilton.
Yeah, and is multiple things. It's stereotyping of people conforming to what they need to be based on the color of skin, whether they're black, white, or... From our perspective, I know the one thing is, as black people, I'm pretty sure everyone experiences at some point, we're considered, we're hard, we're thug, or whatever. And when we do nerd, it's like, we're a wimp. In this type of environment, you can go out and not be just saying, I usually listen to T.I. this and this. But maybe I want to listen to Rolling Stones or the Beatles or Linkin Park, per se.
Like the dance parties afterwards at BlurCon, how it literally went from like rap to country to rock
to headbanging music.
To headbanging, like...
To playing wrestling music and everything.
There's a couple K-pops in there, too.
Yeah. I don't know. But they're in there. They're in there, though. But...
Did he play twice?
Actually, yes. But
in that scenario, though, but it's good to see everyone instead of, like... In that scenario, even back in the day, it was like... You knew you were in there, but you wouldn't talk about it. You'd be like... Unless somebody brought it up, you wouldn't. But I'm pretty sure y'all been in a situation where y'all go out somewhere, everyone's talking about different stuff, and you're like... I want to talk about Dragon Ball Z right now.
Well,
but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to just wait till someone brings it up.
So, fun facts. I was the gawky teenager who stopped caring after a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, later on.
Like, from middle school to high school, I just didn't care. I was literally the kid in a box who just walked around in his little box. And it was what it was.
Right. but now it's kind of interesting now, because now with like the Marvel movies and
Yeah.
stuff. Now
Yeah,
the
we're the
nerdom,
kids.
like now the nerdom, now we slightly get offended. Some people get offended. It's like, oh, we've been in it for years, but it's good to see as a whole. Even though we're so many petty about you weren't in it for the long haul, we've been in it since the beginning. But at the end of the day, it's kind of cool. Like even though they haven't been in for the long haul like we were, it's kind of see like now you understand why we like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad it has to be done this way, but. And like I said in the last video, one of the craziest things, and much as I hate this movie, and people might yell at me about this movie, much as I hate this, I said this in the last video, believe it or not, Twilight, sorry to say this again, yeah, it makes a cringe factor, but actually Twilight,
The glittering vampires.
yes, the
What do you
glittering
have to
shining.
say? Because I know you got to say something.
No, it's just he knows my hatred.
I'm
I-
not looking
he
at
knows my
you.
hatred.
I'm not
So
looking
just-
at you. I'm looking at Jake.
I thought you were gonna say something trolling. Like,
Twilight was the best movie of all time.
I don't know about,
Put some respect on Twilight.
I don't know about all that, but
Where you going? Where you going?
I'm sorry,
He's
but.
going to get the shovel. You're done.
But while he's getting that, I'll explain it. So the premise was, so up until that point, before Twilight came out, Comic-Con was just a small knit community, and it was like certain people go. It's always in there, and we're stereotyped as the people that smell this and this, and the list goes on. You know what I'm talking about. And the first time you say you like something, you're like, oh, this is a bunch of kids stuff, or this is a bunch of hentai nonsense, or this is just a bunch of big boob chicks. It's not about that.
Right.
Good story, good. Some of this stuff out there is better than half the stuff out there.
Yeah.
But in the year Twilight came out, though, before Comic-Con was just this. It was just this nerdum, and that was it.
Really?
Twilight was the
main
main. Yes. So the year Twilight came out, Twilight. You know when around I guess the new moon came out. You remember I was Eric. I can't. Sorry if I'm butchering name. Eric versus whoever.
That's what made Comic-Con
Yes.
mainstream?
So that year it came out.
Eric versus Broly?
I don't know his name, but that year Twilight was going. Those people were going to be at the convention, and you know, fangirling all that. They look. Now chill out. No. Now let me finish. Come on. We gotta make this sensible
Hey
now.
man, why you gonna snitch yourself and do it on camera?
We're trying to make this sensible now. You were watching this now. But
Lucky.
the year it came out though, they all went.
You like that?
They didn't go because of the Marvel stuff. They went because of that initially.
So that's what got females into.
Yes.
I thought it was
Initially, I'm talking about just the Comic-Con scene. That's where it started. The Comic-Con scene here. You know that year was
I thought
the
it was
big.
Hunger
You know that year was the biggest turnout for Comic-Con ever
Wow.
in the history of Comic-Con. That's what started. You know how you have now. You have to go in the waiting room for everyone that ordered the tickets. That's what started it. I hate to admit it, but that's what did it. Believe it or not, that year. And ever since there, Comic-Con's sold out now. Now you have to go all the way in these computer lobbies and stuff to get your tickets that you might not. You have to bid on a ticket that you might not
Bring
even
it
get.
back.
But now the nerdum is all abroad now. It's not. It's like it's a fad now.
No.
Which is kind of
cool to be quote unquote.
yeah. Which to an extent I'm slightly offended. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing. Now we can do it.
Now the stuff we have is gonna have a budget now.
Yeah, they now have a budget, and now it's better. But now the other cool side of it, as far as Marvel goes, I would never thought I would see an Iron Man movie, but that's besides the point. With all this, and now we have a whole end game and all this stuff. But the bounce back, yes.
Bring it back.
I ain't bringing it back. I said the bounce back.
Bring it back.
Okay, continue then.
All right. We're bouncing back.
But
No, not.
I said we were bouncing. I was going to transition back. You know how my
What's
tangents
the
go
ping pong of YouTube?
around back. But the thing is, the main part of BlurCon, I can't believe some people say from a BlurCon perspective that all this other stuff is going on, because I don't see it. I mean, I know there's little nuances that go on, but people trying to take something and twist it, that's the biggest issue when it comes to this. And the sad thing about it,
The biggest issue is the fact that she's never even been to BlurCon.
right, and that's
she hasn't seen the environment. She hasn't experienced the familyness of it, but she wants to judge it and say that it's not what it is.
That kind of had no racial tension whatsoever. I mean, no year I went.
Right,
Yeah.
but
And then what was the percentage? It was 97% or something
93.
like
Now it was 93. Man.
93% of it was African American
Mhm.
derivative, like.
But there's other races too, and they all enjoyed it. Some people said
Nobody said nothing about nothing.
Nothing said anything bad. One of the posts I was reading was how Latinos said, yeah, we have a Latino con thing, but it's never been a point where it was just only Latino. We accept African American.
He works with Haas
Yes.
and Hilton.
and all of them come, and everyone. It's no racism or anything. Everyone's there to enjoy it. It's not about, well, we're doing our black thing and doing this. No, it's everyone enjoying the environment, coming together to a cause. It's the one time you can see some and people just unifying.
Well, it's about everybody coming together and putting it towards the African culture.
Right.
And focusing on that. But that doesn't mean that I can't go.
Right.
As a white girl, I shouldn't be able to go to support you or
right. And then that gives a bad perspective from people who are outside of it. You already know we get a bad vibe as is now. So there's no reason why I'm about to give y'all a second. Yes.
I'm
All
not
that
white.
talking
I'm
you
not
doing
white.
from behind
Fine,
the
come here
camera.
then. Come here.
You could have just been
Because
on
I don't
camera.
want my face on it.
But
No, if you're gonna share that much opinion, you should be in front of the camera.
Come on,
Come on. Christian, come on.
If you want to do it, hurry up and do it.
We're
Let's
gonna
go.
tag out.
But
It's your own fault.
Because y'all are doing it wrong.
The next time, do the videos up.
Welcome, C2.
Hi.
but
Put clap noise in there.
I'm trying to remember where I was at.
Right? You think you would? Anyway.
I'm actually trying to remember where I was at with this. But the bad vibe, like us, and we already get a bad rep from what people perceive of. So now the fact that like other people from outside the race who would enjoy it, people who can enjoy it, they're like, well, I want to go because this is what I don't want to be segregated. If I want to go, I'm not allowed to go, and it shouldn't be like that.
Well, it's not about being segregated. It's about the fact that they feel like it should be a safe space for y'all to go to not have to worry about that. But by doing that, you're backtracking into what you're trying to stop.
Right.
And for me, I was there to support y'all. I'm not there to bring attention to myself. I'm there to learn and observe. And I mean, y'all wouldn't even know, but I'm mixed. Y'all know, because you know my history and stuff like that. But it's hard.
Right. I know, and then
Because a lot of other stuff got brought up in this conversation about how, like, you know, interracial couples, the significant others shouldn't go.
and that shouldn't be a thing where you're afraid to bring.
Yeah, that was brought up.
Because
The significant other should not go because we should respect the fact that it's a black-only area.
And that shouldn't be the case. Like
I
everyone
shouldn't want to learn your culture.
Man,
Like,
right.
what? How does that make any sense?
I think they just want drama for the sake of drama. I don't
That's
know.
the thing, and it always takes. And this goes back to what I said a while back with all these different movements and stuff. The movements are good, and I support anything that's positive when it comes to it. But the downside is, every time a movement happens, somebody twist it. And I'll bring the example I always bring up. Black Lives Matter is one of them. Black Lives Matter. The initial cause was about people, us trying to prove that we're not as bad as we are, and people
come
assuming.
together as peaceful movements and
Yeah,
show that we are here.
Right, and that
And
just
a bunch of
because
bad
we're
apples
wearing a
ruined
hoodie or something,
Yes,
does
and
not
a
mean
bunch of bad apples ruined it.
exactly. And just because we're wearing a hoodie, that don't mean we're doing something bad. It might be just cold outside, or whatever. But the thing is, like back then, it was like, oh, we're doing this. It's a good call. But towards the end, you notice how you don't hear about it anymore. It's not because people don't. It's just
They're still around.
It's there. They're still around, but you don't hear as much in the news. Why? Because it got twisted. Now, to most people, which is sad, it's considered a joke. It shouldn't be that way, but that's how it is. Why? Because there's people who take something and be like, well, like for example, give you an example.
Well, I'd say that was partly the media.
The media too.
It was the media twisting and taking stuff and putting their name on certain situations that they had nothing to do
Right.
with.
That's Fox. Not only does them, a lot of them did, and then
Like the Baltimore riots.
And
And
they-
a lot of those protesters were people that were
out of town. They weren't even from there.
They said that they were a bunch of Black Lives Matter people who came in and just destroyed the town, and they put that name. The news put that name with that riot.
Yeah,
And because of that, it made the organization look bad.
Yeah, and I met the lady who some of the people who started the Black Lives Matter movement. She was telling me this all the time. It's like, yeah, half the people doing the riot, they weren't even from Baltimore. Just people outside, just having a reason to start something and using that as a scapegoat to do whatever they want at the end of the day. And that's sad. It shouldn't be like that. Unfortunately, that's the sad thing about it. There's a lot of good things that can be done with it, but everyone.
Well, there's a lot of people in the African community who believe that peaceful is not the way to go. that violence is the only answer that we have now because peace hasn't worked for the past, 200 years.
Let's be realistic here. I mean, look, America's not just two races; it's a whole bunch of races.
It's a melting pot.
Yeah, like if you don't care what white people care, obviously don't. You have to think about the other races. They're looking at you too, and they don't have any white guilt or like, oh well, we did this to you.
Right, and then if you keep doing that, they're gonna be like, well, maybe they're right.
Yeah,
that's how they look at it.
yeah.
And then, I mean, it gets me all the time where we do stuff that, like for example, you see on BET something, and they're like, oh yeah, because when a lot of people from overseas, that's their reference.
Oh
from
yeah,
when they see that.
You know what that doesn't say? We've been sitting here this entire time.
It's their reference from what they think of us.
Eventually.
So when they come over here, they're like, okay, I'm assuming this. But when we act like it's like, well, I guess because the media and everything says
You always see
it's
the bad
over.
thing, yeah.
And now you
we've
see it
had
like,
this discussion before.
and now they see it's like, well, I guess they're right. I guess all black people are this, or all this race is this, all this likes this. It's sad.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way, but it
Oh
is.
man, remember we were talking about how like the Koreans think of us like in Korea because like their family members come here and they open their shop in the middle of the hood and they see the worst black people and they go
Right,
back and
it shouldn't be like that, unfortunately. But unfortunately, with all this
And
stuff,
that brings us back to the blurred con.
right.
It's about coming together. It's about having a safe space for the African American community. Like everybody in there would defend anybody who is being bullied.
And I
Anybody.
think it's bad. Like
I would at least if I saw somebody like being racist towards somebody else. I would stand up and be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
and the sad thing about all this, like, and the fact I've been hearing this from people. Like, all of us as a whole, we've been to a lot of cons. We've been to MayCon, Capsicon, Otakon, and Comic-Con and stuff like that. And of all the cons I've been to, I will say that they may agree with me, they may not, but I think this BlurCon is the best con I've ever been to. And that's
you know what it
saying a lot.
reminds me? It reminds me of what Otakon used to be like 5 years ago.
Right. But better. It's better. It runs 24/7 and all this stuff. But besides that, it's the joy in people's faces. Even the kids that come there and they're enjoying it. They're allowed to do what they want, and it's a nice environment.
It's the joy because it is focusing on African American culture. They have like most of the panelists are African American. The vendors are African American. The cosplayers that you see there are African American.
And
you
just
don't have to worry about people coming up to you and saying you should dress as Storm because you would totally match her complexion.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that sly racism. People who think that it's not racist to say that, but it is racist.
Yeah, and every time I hear, well, I'm not trying to be racist. The moment they say that, I automatically think you're racist.
But the thing is, when you say something like that, if a white guy dresses as Black Panther, you can't say anything. It's true. It's gonna be funny.
He should really be the cop that was in the movie.
It's terrible, and then that's when it goes down south.
And there you go.
But in all honesty,
See, this is what I was talking to you about earlier. When you make a joke out of a situation, it turns into a joke, and and that's not something that we should be joking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is a serious subject and topic, and turning it into something else, it desensitizes people to the situation, and it makes them feel like, oh, well, you know what? Since it's a joke now, it's okay to do it, and it's not. That's why I take a lot of certain situations very serious.
but
I know.
But all in all, like, I mean, whoever is starting all this nonsense, please stop. Let's please, because you're not helping what it is. This is the 4th year of it running, and there's no reason why we should have backlash on us being, and like I said, we're not. Just so y'all know, we're not sponsored or anything by like.
Well, from what Hilton said inside the very last comment that was allowed on there, they've been dealing with this topic
Since the beginning.
BlurCon coming out.
And it was slowly dying out, and all of a sudden it's back up again.
And this rumor that they're paying panelists, the white panelist, is a lie. It's a lie. There's no fact behind it. People are just bringing up fake
It's
stuff.
like, everybody's just jealous. Everyone's jealous that it's getting somewhere, it's being big. And then all it takes is one person like, well, I don't like the way, well, why do you get, they get do this? Why is it about this? And all it takes is that one person, like I said, to twist it and be like, well, they're doing this, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of lies that never even happened.
And isn't there a legal standpoint behind that too? As well, that they can't legally say that it's only for black people.
No, yeah, the discrimination laws are technically applies to everybody, not just.
Technically, legally, they cannot say it is exclusively black people. Now, you can form your own events that are private, but this is a public event. You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that wouldn't go if it was.
Now to the people who are like of other races and stuff and like to enjoy like the culture and stuff, be my guest.
Come violate the hotel's policy probably too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You know they want the business. So
It's like, oh man, the racial discrimination. Oh, that's not good for business.
Right. It doesn't look good.
Because you know that would be the first thing on the news, especially in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in D.C. It would be all over the entire nation. Black group exclusive con only. Are they racist? Question mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's the first thing, and they'll say it's like, and then all of a sudden they put, let's type it up, ran by tired. I'm like,
oh yeah, exactly.
And they'll have a weird picture or something of him doing some pose and whatever, and then all of a sudden it's down south, and no one wants to go through it.
I feel like you got something to say. And you just
they get his face looking all scrunched up like he's about to sneeze. And he's like, this man said crack ass crackers.
Basically. That's basically what it is at the end of the day. But all in all, Hilton and Haas, what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing.
You're doing a great job.
Yes, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And every time I've been going every year, and for those who talk crap about Haas and Hilton, y'all a bunch of... Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's probably what it is. Because they try their hardest. And this is one of the few cons I've been to where they actually... listen to the people that go, as opposed to just trying to overly hype it, just be like, oh yeah, we got this. But if you're not fixing the initial issues, it doesn't matter.
And I see them, they go around the convention and they remember faces from the years before, and they walk up to them and they're like, hi, you having a good time? Oh, you're not? Let me fix this for you. Let me help you.
Even small stuff. I won't say the person's name, but the one of the people came up when the first year. The DJ that played, like I said, I won't say the name of the DJ, but the DJ that played, it wasn't, I wouldn't say he was bad, but it wasn't the right, I would say he wasn't.
He wasn't right for the job for that.
Yes, for that particular scenario, and people didn't like it.
He was playing trap.
Not that. He just wasn't playing, it's just the music wasn't to everyone's interest. That's probably the best way to say it.
That was so
and you know what they did? Next year, it was fixed.
Yeah, and they had a whole new slew of DJs, and those DJs.
Did they have like a New Yorker?
That guy from New York.
He wasn't supposed to be there. Yeah. He randomly just showed up. I remember being there and listening to him. He was like, "Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be here because something happened. But yeah, I decided last minute to just drive down here from New York, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and the last DJ was about to end, and he was like, I just got permission to keep going for another couple hours, so let's keep going."
And everybody lost. Everybody was lost. It was really nice. It was really good. CP was just head bopping and everything.
Because of what the convention means. About diversity, inclusivity, and not having to deal with bullying or aggravation or fighting or anything like that. Like, it's a safe space for nerds to go, to feel comfortable and not have to worry. It's carefree. At least that's what I got from it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was thinking about that really. When they were there, just having fun.
Yeah, but there's always that one person like, I'm going to write down.
And honestly, how many white people or anybody else did you guys see there?
I see a few, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
But there was.
But compared to other conventions.
Other conventions are very mixed.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Compared to other conventions, this was nowhere near that.
Yeah, there's mostly black people.
About a couple whites. Few Asians.
There's a mixture of everybody. There's a mixture of everyone there.
But I'm still saying, I'm sorry,
the vast majority was black.
Oh no, I would say it was. I'm not going to say there was no black people. It was predominantly black. Yeah. But I'll definitely say there were other races there. But it wasn't to the point where I didn't see people from black saying, "Oh, get out of here" or anything. I didn't see nothing like that. It was wholesome.
But see that, and that's what gets me is it's the people that were on there making those comments, or people that have never even been to the convention making judgments about.
And this is what happened.
They've never even been to.
Like, whoever these internet trolls are, y'all do stuff. It's not really funny to do that. Please don't do that. Because it messes up a lot of good things that happen. And as our culture goes, we need a lot more positive things
Oh yeah.
to happen because right now we have a bad rep. We have a pretty
Like
bad
I said,
rep.
if you don't give a rat's patoot.
Yes.
We're not kid friendly. It's okay.
Oh yeah. You don't give a goddamn what white people
the
think
biggest
of you.
kids
Think
you
about the other races that, I mean.
Yeah. Because you're making yourself look bad and you're making us as a whole. Because each one of y'all represents us and other races as a whole. So don't
The
do things.
face.
Don't.
No, he knows what I'm talking about. It's from the American Son.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally in the American Son, the son said, I feel like, told his mom that I feel like, because he goes to a predominantly, he's the only black kid in his entire school. His parents pay for him to go to school.
I think it was two.
There's three, but the other two were dating each other. So he felt like he was by himself. But he said, I feel like I'm the face of my race.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only black person that these white people have ever interacted with. And so he feels like he has to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he got lost at the end. And yeah, I'm just going to stop there because that was a really good movie.
But all in all, I think we made our main point here for what needed to be. Like,
Well, apparently he had something that he wanted to say at the end. So.
you want to say something before we wrap this up, sir? Or are you good?
I'm about to say something.
Okay.
Say no, then. This is your test.
Yeah.
This chance to be light skinned and shine.
I'm already shining. He's talking about.
Not shining me right now.
That's right.
What
True,
are
I
you
didn't-
talking about? This bright skin over here. I look like a star.
Look at it. Look,
Probably.
Look, put your arm right here. Look at it.
And this right here, this is what BlurCon is about.
Oh.
Diversity.
Wait, shield?
Just
Oh.
saying.
It's a new show by pirates. It's called Two Piece.
Just saying.
Oh
Stop. Hold on. I gotta do it like Christian. Boy.
I hate you so much, y'all. Goddamn.
It's terrible. This is why we can't have nice things.
We cannot.
This is the main reason.
Let me be serious real quick.
See, I lightened up the mood.
I want to kill him so mad right now.
No, you can't kill him. That's illegal. It's
Not
unsafe.
yet.
Except for
We're being recorded. We're being
We're
recorded.
gonna get the shovel. All right. But what I just want to say is, as BlurCon as a whole, to me, is like I said, acceptance. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what race you are. Yes, it was built around comfort for black people. But the people that created it are black people, but accept everybody. They're not going to turn you away because you are not the right shade or not the right color or you dress up as something that, doesn't make sense. If you want to be a white girl, dress up as a black character, go ahead.
Right.
No one cares. If you're a black guy that want to dress up as
The Flash.
yeah, the Flash, or even what was the kitties from My Hero Academia?
Midoriya?
No, the cats. What was got the name?
Oh, the three cat sisters and
And the big buff dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All of them want to dress up. They'll accept it. Whatever. You can dress as. You can be whoever you want to be.
Just don't blackface and all that. Don't whiteface blackface.
Well, we
Don't
shouldn't
do
even
it-
have to say that though.
don't do it
that-
Justin
we shouldn't
Trudeau,
have to
like
say
the
that.
good
That's-
Canadian
to me,
kid
that's common
president.
sense.
I'm gonna
It
put
should
it
be.
like this.
It should be. It should be.
I'm gonna put it like this. If you do blackface, backface, then yeah, you're gonna get.
Oh, you gonna get jumped.
But
We gonna go hood there. I can promise you that.
I know we shouldn't have to say it, but you'd be surprised.
You get more two pieces than Popeyes.
That's the perfect example of that. I'm not even mad about that. Keep going, Jason. That's the perfect example of that.
But and I said this in the news. White chick did a character from a video game. She didn't make herself blackface, but she, put makeup on to make herself look more like she got a tan.
Okay.
Most people do. But she got discriminated about doing blackface, but it's a character from a game where she didn't even put herself like straight black. It was more like a tan color. So why would you criticize a girl for doing something? She went detailed on a character from a video game. Now, if you just doing blackface, do blackface, yeah, no.
Yeah, you start making
With
this-
red lipstick, he's like,
that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Right.
We do that.
Yes, Master Sir. Yes.
No. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Wear a bow tie.
As black people, as me, I accept you for who you are. As long as you respect me. And that's what the mostly thing comes down to is respect. Respect the con will go perfectly. Disrespect the con, guess what's gonna happen? You have people shooting down your throat saying you I'm just gonna say all the words.
It's poisonous. You're making what it is poisonous.
You mean toxic?
That's the word,
Yeah.
toxic. Thank you.
And
Get me the skin.
it doesn't matter. Like, just be you, have fun, live it up. Don't worry about the racism that's going on in the world, but you still gotta worry about because there are people still out there that still are racist.
Mm.
But for the people that are not racist, there you go. Just live it up. Like, go have fun.
And we don't bite either.
Don't tear down something that. And some of these are. I'm gonna say this. 1 second. Don't be the black person that tear down another black person's success.
Thank you.
Haas and Hilton are doing a great job. Don't be that person. Get mad at them because they're not saying, "Oh no, we don't accept other colors. We don't accept this. We don't accept your rules. We don't accept this rule." Fuck you. If I could just plainly say it like that, fuck you. Let them be them. Let them run their business, black-owned business, their way. They're not telling you how to run your life. Don't run theirs. Like, I got a business. I run it my way. I'm telling you I have 2 businesses, but I mean, I run it my way because I'm more about accepting. I don't care.
I wouldn't be here right now if he wasn't.
Right.
Doesn't
And
it?
I'm a photographer. I don't just say, no, I'm just going to shoot black people all the time. Or I'm just going to shoot white people all the time. If you look at my portfolio, I got different races and everything up in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't care. I don't discriminate. It doesn't matter you man, woman, anything. I don't discriminate. If you're albino, I don't discriminate.
Why are you touching me when you say that? That's right. Come on. I'm not that bright though.
Because apparently I'm blacker than you. So.
Apparently. But
I can clearly see this, right? She's blacker than him. Put that in
apparently.
the comments down below.
No, we're not doing that.
He's like, no, please don't, because then it's actually gonna happen, and I'm gonna be classified as white, and I'm not. No.
No. But all in all, but all in all, no. We're in the video. We're wrapping up. No. No comments in the
before you
floor.
wrap it up. Yes, sir. Did you have to say something, sir?
Yeah, I just want to correct one thing.
What?
Y'all don't bite. I do.
I don't know what he's talking about, but
Oh, I know.
all I gotta say, enjoy the con. People who haven't been to BlurCon, enjoy the experience. It is nothing you will ever regret, in my opinion.
And if you are a significant other of somebody who is African American,
Or interracial.
interracial, whatever,
Doesn't
go
Right.
support them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Or just go to have fun.
Just go.
Even
Just go. If you support African culture, whatever, go. Don't be afraid to go. Not go.
Right.
And be majestic, like be like a Blasian couple, like, oh my god, those exist, stuff like that,
We were almost fully there being serious.
we're so close. But if you do see us at the con, say hi. We way back. We'll talk.
Yes,
And
please come up to us. Even if you're deaf, I do sign language. All that. Come meet us.
but on another note, like and subscribe. Please, thank you for watching.
And don't forget to comment.
And
Don't forget to
no, we're not doing it. But thanks for watching and sort you out.
Nah.
I'm happy you got thrown at the end.
Bye everyone.
Bye.